What is good, y'all? It is Anime K here, and we are back with another video now. Guys, another Boruto chapter is out, so you know we got to talk about it. And guys, I just want to say welcome back to chapter 500, to part 500 of Kawaki getting embarrassed. I'm really starting to feel sorry for him, guys. I really am. Like, I feel like Kawaki is definitely going to get a power-up in the future. I've seen a lot of people talking about that. I'm going to talk about it more later on in the video, but I see a lot of people talking, saying Kawaki is going to get a power-up, and I think he has to at this point, because if not... No, he will get one though, guys. He will get one. Guys, I'm going to go over the chapter. We're going to talk about it. I'm just going to summarize some stuff. I know I always say I'm going to get more into the chapter in later videos, and I never do it. I'm going to try this time. Right now, I'm just skimming over the chapter to talk about certain points. Well, I'm going to be talking about all the chapter, but I'm going to be talking about points in the chapter I like. You know what I mean? But guys, without further ado, let's get into the video. So the chapter starts off with Himawari healing Inujin, which first of all, right, wow, her power is getting really good, and you can tell by the title of this video, I really like her new power, right? And I even think she could be stronger than Naruto in terms of potential, in terms of just one burst of power, right? But of course, she heals Inujin. Now, did anyone really care that Inujin was going to die or not? Did anyone really care about that? I don't know. Most of the comments I've seen, no one really cared. I didn't really care, but hey, it was good. It was a good show to show that Himawari's power has improved. And then she proceeds to tell Team 10, look, guys, I don't really need you guys, right? You guys are good and all, but you're going to get in my way. I'm stronger than you guys right now, so get out of the way. Now, I don't know if this is a good thing for Himawari or if it's just embarrassing, because I feel like, look, while everyone's talking about this generation of Boruto is going to be stronger, I kind of have to agree with some Naruto fans when they don't like Boruto in terms of this generation seems really weak. Now, I'm trying to think back to Naruto. I'm trying not to have recency bias here, but when I think back to Naruto, right, you get people like Rock Lee, Neji, obviously Sasuke, Sakura, right? You know, other side characters were strong, you know, Killer Bee. You had other side characters that were strong. Now, again, we're only 10 chapters in, so we'll have to give it time here. But does anyone feel like this generation is just really, really weak? Now, it might be just because these villains are really, really strong, which they are, obviously, right? But look what's happening. Most of the side characters aren't doing anything. Like, the only people that really stand a chance is Boruto right now. Maybe Sarada at times, but if you see later on when I talk about Sarada, she kind of gets hurt as well. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting here. We are 10 chapters in, so I don't want to, you know, overreact or just say this generation is weak. But Himawari just tells Team 10 to get out of here. And Himawari is younger than them. She'd still be in the academy technically, wouldn't she? If I'm not mistaken, or was she just left? I can't remember. How old is Himawari right now? I can't remember how old she is, but she's at least, what, 3-4 years younger than them guys, like at least 4 years. So I don't know, but anyway, guys, that's just, maybe that's me overreacting, guys. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments below, but let's move on. Now, Chojo tries to stay and help, and fair point, right? I'll give Chojo credit, right? Out of all of Team 10, she's probably the second strongest. Obviously, number one being obviously Shikadai, then her, then Inujin, right? She is the second strongest, and Chojo, she can help in certain ways, but obviously Shikadai has to hit her with that Nara intellect, has to hit her with that Nara knowledge, and like, come on, Chojo, let's leave. Even he could see that they were no match for the Shinju, and Himawari stood a chance, right? And obviously Chojo, before she leaves, she has to mention food. I think she mentioned something about cookies or something like, Himawari, we still have to get cookies. And I don't know why. I generally find this part funny. Like, just Chojo mentioning food all the time. Like, obviously she's kind of a carbon copy of her dad, right? But still, I generally found this part funny. I was generally laughing the fact that a literal Shinju, right? A literal strong, like the Ten Tails reincarnation, right, is literally there, and she's still talking about food. But it's glad to see she's not lost the appetite. But guys, I generally find that part funny. I don't know. You guys let me know if you found that part funny as well. Now, I get into the reason why this video is titled Himawari is stronger than Naruto. And the reason why I titled that is because Himawari, right, in her first attack, she manages to send the Shinju flying, which is a really impressive feat, because before this, no one's been able to really get a scratch in them. Boruto had to retreat. So is Himawari stronger than Naruto right now? It can be a case made. I've seen some people making cases Himawari versus Sarada as well, which I do want to get into in a later video. I don't think it's really much of a discussion, but I still want to get into. But it's a crazy feat. She sent that Shinju flying, right? And of course, obviously he wasn't trying, but if you look at the rest of the village, he's not even had to try for any of the village. And if you look at the comments he makes after, he says, something like, it could be a little fun, and now I'm going to try a little bit. So the fact that he even gets a little bit of amusement now, where before he was probably just bored, is impressive. You're making the Shinju try, even if it's by 1%. I doubt any other characters could really do that now, outside of probably Boruto, right? I don't know. I don't think any of the character really could, because we've seen what happened to Kawaki. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, right, and she does use a tail beast bomb, which again is very impressive, because if you guys remember, right, and fact check me if I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. I feel like I can remember most of Naruto only really uses, right, or really learns how to use a tail beast bomb during the war arc. Now I know there's times where he used it before, but that's not him using it. That's more Kurama controlling his body and him going out of control. But when Naruto actually uses a tail beast bomb and it's him controlling it, it's all the way in the war arc when he's 60 now. So Himawari has learned to do something that it took way longer for Naruto to learn. She at least has what? At least 4 or 5 years on him in terms of learning that, right? So again, that's another impressive feat, I think. But obviously after this, Jura tries and he manages to knock her down pretty easily. But we have to give Himawari credit here. She's looking really impressive, and I think we can all see why Daemon was so infatuated with her. I think we have to really look at Daemon and how he could sense that power as well. But that's a conversation for another day. Now we move on to Sarada's fight, which Sarada, she's very impressive against the Shinju. You know, she hit a Chidori on it, but he manages to heal pretty quickly, right? And then they keep asking him questions on, who are you? What's your connection to Uchiha Sasuke? And he's like, bro, I don't even know who I am, so I can't answer your question. Stop asking me these questions, right? Shut up. I want Sarada. I want to eat her. Pause, right? But that's his main goal, is to eat Sarada. Now, after that, he attacks Sarada out of nowhere, he fries her, and then obviously Konohamaru and all the others try and attack him, but we all knew how that was going to end. They couldn't really do much to him. I don't know, guys, but you guys answer me this. Is it too late for Konohamaru to really have an impact in the story right now? I don't know. I'm still hanging on to that thing of where Konohamaru might have an impact in the story. I'm still hanging on to that, because he was really meant to be next, and it just feels like the world's passed him by, really. It's a shame. But again, they couldn't really do anything to Sasuke's Shinju clone, and he gets rid of them pretty easily, right? And Sarada couldn't do much because she just got fried by her father's Chidori. Now, guys, we jump straight back to the Himawari fight, where Himawari, she's not looking so good. He's been beating up on Himawari. He's been hurting her, right? I'm sure we were all angry watching this, right? Because, come on, don't hurt Himawari. We all love Himawari. It's one of those characters that are really likable, right? But he's beating up on Himawari, right? She's not looking so good. And even Baby Kurama, or I don't know what to call him, Baby Kurama, because I don't know if size really matters with the tail beast. Maybe it doesn't, maybe it does, I don't know. But even Baby Kurama has to admit, look, while you've got loads of potential, you're not looking so good, and we have to get out of here quickly because you gonna die. You're gonna die, right? And then obviously Kawaki, we moved to a panel of Kawaki where he's coming to help. And again, this is what I was talking about at the start. I seen that panel, right, and I knew something else was gonna happen, right? Guys, I'm not even lying. When I read that panel, I knew either someone else was gonna come and save her, right, or he was gonna get his ass kicked again. And what happens? Boruto flies ahead of him, or was already ahead of him. I don't know how he didn't sense him, but Boruto comes in and he saves Himawari. And Kawaki looks like a clown again. It's a real shame. It's a real shame. And then Boruto flies in quickly, saves Himawari, use the flying Raijin, and he saves Sarada. And that is the end of the chapter. And you see the Shinju like, oh, that pesky Boruto. Urgh, right? But guys, look. Now I've ended the chapter. Tell me your thoughts on it. Now, my thoughts are, really good chapter, right? We've got to see Himawari's power. I'm liking it. The whole chapter's called Two Blue Vortex, so we're probably going to get a split of both seeing Himawari and Boruto fight. Now, a couple interesting things could happen. Now, I do want to go more in depth into the chapter, like I said, but a couple interesting things could happen. One, we're going to see Boruto and Himawari have a conversation, right? So that's the most important thing out of this whole, but probably not the most important thing, but one of the most important things from this chapter is they're going to have a conversation. So maybe, could he reverse her mind? We know she's probably powerful enough where maybe she could realize who he is. Maybe baby Kurama might realize who he is, because I don't know if the tail beasts are affected by it. We don't really know yet, so maybe there's a reason why we don't know if the tail beasts are affected by it yet. Maybe Kurama could be like, oh no, this is your brother Himawari, this is Boruto, Uzumaki, and maybe he could snap her out of it. I don't know. I'm really excited to see what happens there. Again, I'm excited to see what happens with Sarada as well. Maybe take Sarada and Himawari outside of the village. That would be really exciting to see as well. I don't know if Sarada will leave though, because obviously it would be better for her to be in the village and give Boruto information about what's going on, right? Because they don't want, obviously Sarada doesn't want to be seen as a traitor. But them two things are very exciting. Obviously Kawaki, I feel like he's going to get a power up. I've seen this speculated, and I feel like he's going to get a power up, because I feel like he has to have some type of power up, because it's not looking so good for him right now, is it? I mean, he's just been embarrassed time and time again. And I forgot to mention, even Delta's like, what are you gonna do? So Delta really speaks for the public here when she said that, right? What is he really gonna do? But guys, I'm excited to see what happens. Himawari has huge potential. Now, obviously, guys, when I said obviously she's stronger than Naruto, obviously she's not stronger than Naruto right now. Like if she was to fight Naruto would probably win, because she doesn't have full control over her power. But her potential right now is very high, because again, she's different to Naruto. She is one with Kurama right now, so we don't really know what could happen. We don't really know. But her healing ability, the fact that she's able to heal someone, which Naruto lost that power, right? You know, the same thing he did with Kakashi's eyes. The fact that she was able to heal Inujin so quickly, she heals herself quite quickly, and she's also able to use the Tail Beast Bomb. Could it be that she just has high potential, or is she just a genius like her brother? I don't know. But guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, let me know your thoughts on the chapter. And guys, I'm going to try break the chapter down more and talk about certain stuff and talk about what I think what will happen with these characters. But again, I'm sorry if I don't put it out, but again, you're still getting this video. So guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and for more Boruto content, subscribe to the channel. We're probably going to do just more Boruto content, because that's where the views are right now. Most people want to see me talk about Boruto and Naruto, so you gotta follow the views. But guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video. This has been Anime K. Peace, I'm out.